with another NBA 2K19 Mockingbird gameplay, and today we're going against the Toronto Raptors again. So, what I want you to do is enjoy the gameplay and make sure you follow me on Instagram. It's Jaquavius, all lowercase letters. Let's get started.
The 2K Sports pregame show. Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Bernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. In this game, we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder against the Raptors in Toronto. For Toronto, they lost their first matchup against these guys. This, their final game against them in the regular season, looking to finish with a split. And Serge Ibaka has taken his game further and further away from the basket over the years. Kenny, how do you like that? The skyline of downtown Toronto really looking wonderful tonight. It's a beautiful evening here on the shores of Lake Ontario. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brett Berry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. It's East versus West here in Toronto. The Raptors hope to put on a show for their hometown fans. Their last meeting was in Oklahoma City. However, they were unable to fight off the Thunder.
And their last time against this club, they really fell short at the free throw line.
Brent, common complaint you hear, the same teams competing for the championship every year. Good or bad for the NBA?
Wait, is this 2018-19?
Yes, it is.
Did this discussion happen in 1989 with Lakers, Celtics?
I don't know.
Yes, it did.
All I'm saying is I like having these dominant teams.
I think it's great for the league.
Yes.
And I think it's a great challenge for those teams who have climbed Mount Everest to stay up there as long as possible. You know at some point they're going to run out of oxygen. That makes it dramatic to find out how many different ways a team like the Warriors is going to win a championship and bring it back to the Bay Area. But this idea of parity and this idea of trying to make sure that every team has a chance to compete, I think only 10 teams have won championships in the last 30 years in the league. So the trophy doesn't move around all that much.
It doesn't. No, you're right. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for Oklahoma City right now, Adams is out there with Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Then there's Harris. Then it's Paul George. And it's Westbrook in at the one. Taken away. Outside Lowry. Takes it to Green. And again, no good by Toronto.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They, right now, are searching for a bucket.
Harris against Green. Low block shot on the way. Green with the block.
Well, if you're going to make that offensive move, it's important to know where Danny Green is. One of the better shot-blocking guards you're going to find.
And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Leonard over George.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Harris outside. Just 5 on the clock. The shot from the low post is good.
And you hope that this inspires the offense. The game is about putting it in the basket, and that first bucket took a while.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
You know, they're the visiting team. It's a loud arena, very distracting at times, but simply no excuse for missing a ton of free throws.
Yeah, it just looked like, and I'm not sure if you guys saw this, but just never comfortable in this game. And the line certainly is one of those places where that could show up. And his versatility on offense is so spectacular. He always finds ways to help put points up on the board.
And with Kawhi Leonard, he just does everything well on the floor. Offense, defense, rebounding, runs the floor. I mean, he is one of the more complete players in our league. Can completely take over a game on both ends. You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
To the middle, stolen by Westbrook. And that one's good. Green.
And those close-range shots are what you want him taking. They always have a great chance of falling.
And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Raptors. Baca comes in for Marc Gasol. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Kyle Lowry. Nerlens Noel checks in for Oklahoma City. Now here's Noel. Harris outside. Outside Westbrook. Shot clock at 6. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Very few players, if any, are more explosive off the pick and roll than Russell Westbrook.
VanVleet looking around. Here's Ibaka. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. 1:27 left to play in the first. All right, now let's find out what head coach Nick Nurse had to say to David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. He told me that when you're playing against a team as good as they are inside, you have to stop the easy looks. So if they can keep them out of the paint, they'll be in good shape to win. We'll see, Kevin. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Toronto with the ball after the miss from Harris. And here's Leonard. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City. Traps in the tray.
A lot of times we talk about good passing, but accurate passing is a huge quality of a good pass, and Leonard did it there.
Harris inside. And he converts the layup. Raptors with the lead. Here's VanVleet. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Green, the pass to VanVleet. Offline with his 3. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Toronto. OG Anunoby's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Danny Green. Now here's Schroeder. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Thunder shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. And so he hits the technical free throw. Gasol's checked in for Siakam. Kawhi Leonard comes in for OG Anunoby. Danny Green, he's checked in for Jeremy Lin. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Fred VanVleet. Leonard finds Lowry, rejected by Harris.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
So for Oklahoma City right now, Russell Westbrook out there with Harris. And then there's Steven Adams. Then it's Noel. And it's George in at the 3 spot. They now take the lead. Harris has got the lead up to 2 now for Oklahoma City. The Raptors have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Lowry against Harris. Lowry kicks to Ibaka. Leonard on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one comes up a bit short.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Westbrook, no good. Toronto's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown.
And Westbrook really did take his time, but in the end signed that $205 million contract for 5 years to stay in OKC, to make it his home. That's the largest contract in NBA history at the time it was signed. And I'd have to say, money well spent for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Count that bucket. 8 points for AI.
He's torching the D right now, hitting a high percentage of all the shots he's let fly.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Ibaka. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And offensively, Ibaka's been spending more time out on the perimeter, but watching him work inside there, you realize that may still be his bread and butter.
Now here is Harris. 8 points for him. And Noel kicks to Westbrook. Over Green. Westbrook, no good.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
Now, sometimes everything can go right, but the shot doesn't go down. Nothing there is automatic.
Here's Leonard. He's a guy we see deliver on a nightly basis, averaging about 24.5 points a game. Right side Lowry, all alone. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Lowry's got the game tied up here for Toronto. Harris passes to Westbrook. Fires the 3, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater.
Well, you can see why Green is considered this classic 3.
And that'll do it for the first half. Game time. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Nice game, great performance by Harris.
Yeah, good things happen when you maintain composure. Their shot selection has been extremely disciplined.
And Greg, is there a shot that he's taken that has been out of the flow of the offense? I don't think so.
Kyle Lowry and Danny Green are the guard tandem. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. That's Marc Gasol. And it's Siakam in at the power forward. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. For a long time, the answer always seemed to be LeBron James. But it seems fair to ask now, who is the best single player in the NBA? In your opinion?
LeBron James.
Me too.
Didn't you just say his name?
I
was on my frontal
was
lobe
thinking
here.
it, and I guess it came out.
Yeah, we have so many great superstars, but after last year, his 15th season, LeBron James performing the way that he did, carrying his team back to the finals, there's just no doubt amongst peers, and we get a chance to watch him, Kevin. LeBron James is still the man in the NBA.
Ditto. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. Trailing by 5. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. Now, here is Lowry. He has 5. Now let's take a look at the top rookies in the league. Our rankings here for the race for Rookie of the Year. Distinction every young player would love to have. Take a look at Harris. It wasn't the year he envisioned, and he is definitely out of contention for any of the awards, but the best thing he can do now is start prepping guys for next year.
And we're getting close to the end of what's been a very trying rookie season for him.
And I like it. He's shown some flashes. That should get you fired up to get into the offseason and put the work in.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Ball's knocked loose. Gasol with the steal. Westbrook against Lowry. Here's Leonard. And again, no good by Toronto.
That's a great effort on defense. He definitely rushed his shot a little bit down low.
And George kicks to Westbrook. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound.
He's still looking for his shot. Somehow they're winning. They'd like to get him going.
Lets it go from 14. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got his 6th rebound on the night.
But his struggles are consuming the rest of the team here tonight. He's got to find his rhythm and find it fast.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And the Raptors call time here. Russell Westbrook, passionate about the game of basketball, Brett, we know that, but fashion among his foremost interests outside the game.
Yeah, the honor the gift fashion line, which, Kevin, you and I don't think we have much in our closets from that, but got to respect it. Fearless, not only on the court, but off the court, and some of the attire that Russell Westbrook brings to the game.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Changes for Toronto. Siakam is checked in for Leonard. Green comes in for Jeremy Lin. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Fred VanVleet. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Adams, he's checked in for Markieff Morris. Kid Gilchrist comes in for Patrick Patterson. George is checked in for Grant. And Harris subbed in for Russell Westbrook. So the Thunder 5 right now. We've got Dennis Schroeder. I go Kid Gilchrist out there with Paul George. Then there's Harris. And it's Adams at the center filling out the middle.
That's a nice play by Paul George, showing a nice touch from the mid-range.
Lowry against Schroeder. Lowry passes to Anunoby. A floater. Here's Ibaka, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to go on Michael Kidd-Gilchrist.
And the defender overcommits a little bit. Ibaka too quick for him on that move. Earns a trip to the line. You know, and Serge Ibaka, a player who kind of came into the league as a defensive stopper, shot blocker. You know, still has great length and can bother shots, but not the prolific shot blocker he once was, as the focus has become more on the offensive end.
Now, here's Lowry. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist unable to get his shot to go. Here's Anunoby, defended by George. Pass to Siakam. Got a hand on it. Schroeder finds Harris. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. And 12 points for AI. And with Ibaka at one point would average almost 4 blocks a game.
Yeah, I mean, it is hard for any player to maintain a pace that high at this stage. Ibaka's done well to adjust, I think, his capabilities and make sure he can still have an impact on defense. The block numbers won't ever be as gaudy as they once were, but he is still causing problems for shooting.
Marcus All checked in for Toronto. Leonard comes in for OG Anunoby. The Raptors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Pass to Gasol. Count it, good.
And after all that time, finally, they've been able to tie it up here in the fourth quarter. What a comeback and what a finish we have in store.
It's amazing to think of what they've done here, being behind so long. Now they have a legitimate chance to win this thing.
And Kidd-Gilchrist gets it to go in.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, it's a bit of a lazy play right there. You're hoping that the guy misses the shot without really doing your job in challenging it.
Now here is Lowry. He kicks it to Leonard. Stolen by George. Schroeder up top. Now recovering. And that one's good. Schroeder. And now a 5-point Oklahoma City lead.
And that's why Schroeder is a player you want on your team because he knows how to come up with huge plays in big situations.
13 feet away. It's hauled in by George. George has got his 6th rebound on the night. Harris looking it over. Here's Kid Gilchrist. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got his 3rd assist on the night. Raptors have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the 4th quarter. George against Leonard. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Also Westbrook in for the Thunder. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Right side Lowry. 6 to shoot. Here's Siakam. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Yeah, competing hard down the stretch. He wants the ball. That time, he delivered.
He's a dangerous scorer in general, but there he zeroes in on what matters most.
Now, here's Westbrook. Now the pass to Harris. 1:04 left in the 4th quarter. Right side, Kid Gilchrist misses off the left iron. And so Gasol will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. 4-point game, and the wide open shot from Green. Help! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
That is the play of the game.
Nothing more rewarding than hitting the big shot for your team.
Harris inside, working on Green.
And I'm not really sure that's the time for the fadeaway, but he sure can make it.
Toronto calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. 35 seconds left in the 4th. And with this game closing in on the final buzzer, let's take a look at our Jordan player of the game.
Yeah, his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. The Toronto's head coach had some words for his team during the break. He told them we've got to make the most of every chance right now. This is a winnable game, but we've got to make plays. As a circle to come back.
And as a defender, you are left somewhat helpless to stop that. Leonard with too many moves in his arsenal and a flood of ice water in his veins.
Now here is Harris. Over Green. Harris misses.
Good job on the glass there, working hard to establish position and put himself in a great spot to come away with that rebound.
Toronto calls timeout. They're trailing by 1. 12 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Looking around. Pass to Leonard. Paul George with the steal. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2.
Just how fierce a competitor Russell Westbrook is. He just lays it all out there on the line every single night. Well, important there to have the 3-point lead because only a 3 can tie it up now.
So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, congratulations on the win. You were the driving force out there on offense, so why were you so effective?
Well, know, they didn't make it easy on me, DA. But I was determined to get us all the points that we needed. No matter how they were playing me, I didn't want to leave it to anyone else tonight. You know, I just wanted to be the one to get us there and to get our fans and get everybody this victory. So I'm glad it worked out.
Well, your fingerprints were all over this game tonight. Well deserved. Congratulations. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long.
Yeah, we've got some questions lined up for you. Oh, yeah? Okay, shoot. Hey, what's up, Griff? Hey, I thought I'd take a different approach and ask you about something not directly related to the game. I want to know how you feel about the fans. How I feel about the fans? Man, that's a great question. I love the fans, man, but I think you already knew that. I mean, you know, they're the lifeblood of everything we do. Like, if we was just playing to an empty arena, you know, it would be the same experience. But when you got like an entire, entire team, an entire city, people behind you, it's no feeling quite like that one. So yeah, that's dope. So you'd say you were a fan of the fans? Oh, look at you! All right, being all clever. I see. Yes, I am a fan of the fans. Thank you. Thanks for your time, AI. Appreciate the candor as always. Thanks, Rick. Thanks, guys. Guys, let's go see if Coach is ready.
If you enjoyed the video, my name is Jaquavius Lenara Harris. And make sure you leave a like and comment down below to tell me how you feel about this video. And I already said my name. It's Jaquavius. And I will catch